Friends, let's take a walk into the mind for a moment. Imagine you're walking down a busy street. Could be Bangkok, New York, or a village market in Sri Lanka. You're minding your own business, maybe humming your favorite tune, and then, there they are. That person. The hair, the eyes, the smile, as if the universe just painted a masterpiece and put it right in front of you. And your mind, without even asking permission, whispers, "I want." Now, most people think, oh, that's just natural. It's just human biology. But the Buddha didn't look at it so casually. He called it a dangerous fire. Not because beauty is evil, not because love is forbidden, but because there's a terrifying, invisible force behind that desire. That force is tanhā, craving. Craving, the hidden puppeteer. Think of craving like a puppeteer in a shadowy backstage. You're the puppet, dancing, singing, chasing, laughing, maybe even crying, and you think you're acting on your own free will. But the puppeteer is the one pulling the strings. And here's the twist. You can't see him. You don't even know he's there. Sexual desire isn't just about attraction. It's about the illusion that you are incomplete without this person, without this experience, without this fix. And the more you believe that illusion, the tighter the strings get. The Buddha said, "The world is burning, and still you run with a pot of oil to pour onto the flames." Sexual craving often feels warm, sweet, intoxicating, but it's like a perfume on the smoke of a fire that's quietly consuming your house. Let's say there's a man named Ramesh, respected in his job, married for 10 years, 2 children. Life is stable, even comfortable. Then one day, he meets someone at work who makes his heart beat faster. He says it's harmless, just a little friendly chat. But craving doesn't understand the word harmless. One coffee becomes regular lunches, lunches become private messages, messages become secrets, secrets become lies. And before he realizes it, Ramesh is living in 2 worlds. One where he's the loving family man, and another where he's a shadow of himself, constantly hiding, always thinking about the next hit of attention, the next moment of thrill. His peace is gone. His dignity is slipping. And if you ask him, "Why are you doing this?" he might say, "I don't know. I can't stop." That's the puppeteer. That's craving. The Buddha saw this pattern 2,500 years ago. He said sexual craving isn't simply pleasure-seeking. It's a misdiagnosed hunger. The mind feels empty, lonely, restless, and craving whispers, "This will fill the hole. This will make you whole." But the paradox is, it never does. You don't drink salt water to quench your thirst, but that's exactly what craving does. It gives you something that promises relief, but increases your thirst. Now, you might say, but Ajahn, isn't sexual desire just biology? Of course, there's a biological component. Hormones are real, chemistry is real. The problem isn't the biology, it's the identification. It's when you mistake the biological signal for the source of happiness. Think about eating chocolate. Your tongue says, yes, more, but your stomach says, we're full. Yet you listen to the tongue because the pleasure drowns out the wisdom. Sexual craving works the same way. It hijacks your attention so you don't hear the deeper truth.
The cultural paradox. In the modern world, craving has become a trillion-dollar industry. From movies to music videos, from perfume ads to Instagram influencers, every second messages, you are incomplete until you have this body, this look, this partner. And ironically, The more society sells desire, the more society sells anxiety. Because when you're chasing something that's always changing, youth, beauty, passion, you're running after a rainbow that keeps moving as you approach. So why is sexual craving dangerous? Because it, 1, chains the mind, making you a servant to moods, urges, and conditions outside your control. 2, breeds dissatisfaction. Even when you get what you want, you're already fearing the loss of it. 3, erodes clarity. You see the world through a haze of wanting, not through the lens of truth. 4, destroys relationships and integrity, because when craving is strong, ethics become negotiable. A little humor to soften the blow. Let me give you a funny metaphor. Craving is like borrowing money from a loan shark. At first you're happy, you get the cash, you get the rush, then comes the interest rate, which is so high you spend the rest of your life paying for that one thrill. Or here's another. Sexual craving is like a mosquito in your bedroom at night. Small, harmless looking, but it can keep you awake all night, buzzing in your ear, making you slap yourself in the dark. The Buddha didn't say, just suppress it. He said, understand it. When desire arises, don't just run with it. Pause, observe. Feel the sensation in the body, the image in the mind, the tightening in the chest. Watch how it rises, peaks, and, if you don't feed it, fades. This is where mindfulness turns you from the puppet into the puppeteer. And here's the miracle. When you see craving clearly, it starts to lose its power. You realize you don't need to chase every image, every impulse. The peace that comes from not chasing is deeper than the thrill of catching. Next time desire hits, try this simple practice. 1, name it. Silently say, this is craving. 2, feel it. Where is it in the body? Warmth in the chest, restlessness in the belly. 3, watch it change. Just like clouds in the sky. Notice it shifting, fading, or transform it. 4, reflect. Ask yourself, will this lead to long-term peace or short-term thrill with long-term cost? Do this enough and craving becomes something you can study, not something that controls you. Friends, remember this. You are already whole. The mind that is still, free, and awake is more beautiful than anything craving can offer. Desire will come and go, like waves on the shore. But the ocean beneath those waves, your awareness, is steady, vast, and deep.